getting the win, getting the series victory. What'd you think about your club? You give up a couple runs, they were able to kind of rally, and you kind of answer immediately.
Yeah, it was a great win. We talk about on the road, sometimes you got to win by 3, and had some adversity. Got a run taken off the board. I don't know if it was the right call or not. One of our best players goes down early in the game, and just stick with it. But the pitching today is a story. Zach Stone was awesome. Gil Luna got us out of a huge jam with the middle of their order up. Zach Sherman has really emerged of late, and Tylor Megill at the end. So I'm really proud of our pitchers, and our team just stuck with it today.
Yeah, what have you seen from Zach Sherman, a guy that's kind of coming on for you?
He's always had a lot of ability. That's why we brought him to Arizona, and has just really come into his own. He's got great mound presence, has always thrown strikes. His stuff has kind of had an uptick over the last really month or so, and there's nobody more important to our team right now than him.
How important has it been, or how I guess good has it been to have Tylor Megill at the end of the game, and kind of the process for him, coming in as a transfer and finding his way to now being that stopper for you at the end of the game?
Yeah, it's been good team, good closer. Bad team, bad closer. Usually, so that's been a huge luxury for us, necessity actually at the end of the game, and he didn't have the year he thought he would last year, and I got to give him a lot of credit. He changed his body. He's all in great shape right now. It's allowed his delivery to be repeatable, and his stuff's always been good, and it shows up on a pitch-by-pitch basis now.
Where have you kind of seen those strides from? You said, is it work ethic to change the body, or is it
just a commitment to be the best pitcher he can be? I mean, diet, work ethic, conditioning. Delivery, I think, just became easier because the positive changes he's made in his body. And then mentality-wise, I mean, nothing speeds up on him out there, and we needed it. Knew it was going to be a close game today, and it was great to be able to get him in for 5 outs there.
You guys have just kind of been piecing together these Sundays. How have you guys been able to find ways when you don't have a consistent starter on Saturday?
Well, just because everybody does it one way doesn't mean that's the way you have to do it. And our goal is to get 27 outs with as fewer runs on the board as possible. And it's a little unorthodox way, but it's working for us.
Matt Fraizer at the bottom of your lineup. Yeah. He's a guy we talked about a little bit before the game. Where have you seen him develop this year? Now that he's getting getting more consistent in bats, and today coming up with 2 big hits for you, getting the double to lead off right after they had just evened things up for you.
Yeah, no doubt. Big part of our offense. He's really done a good job of turning the lineup over to the top guys, and it was a huge at bat, 2-strike hit off of Longer. He just stayed with it and hit it to left field and set up the winning inning for us right there. But he's a good player, and I think he's just scratching the surface. I'm really excited for him here into the second half of the season and obviously next year.
In the first inning, Kyle Stevenson takes one off the hand. Do you have an update on him?
Well, he couldn't grip a bat or anything, so we'll get that reevaluated. He's one of the toughest players that we have, or toughest that we've coached, and so if there's a way to play, he'll play.
And you saw him still being in the game, active. One of the first guys out of the dugout to congratulate everybody else as well. What does that kind of say about his demeanor on the field?
He's a winning player, period, and he has been that way his whole life. That's how in that body you end up hitting lead off on a really good Pac-12 team, and so hoping for the best, but it says a lot about the character, and that's exactly what the type of players we want at Arizona, that place the needs of the team above their own, and he was great in here today.
How do you feel about this club right now, getting back to 500 in Pac-12 play?
Hey, this team is they got something to them, and what I mean by that is some grit, some heart, some toughness. We were down last Sunday at home to Oregon State and found a way to win. Tight game today, found a way to win through a lot of adversity. It wasn't sunshine and rainbows for the first 10 games, and we've really evolved and have really played well for a month. I like our team. I like the options we have on the mound. I like the competitiveness of them, and it's not getting any easier, so we're going to need all of it.
What's been the biggest adjustment in that evolution? What's kind of been the biggest thing to change?
Just improvement. Development happens at different times for guys, and offensively, I think we got some guys, some confidence, just getting them some playing time, getting their legs of the season underneath them, and we're scoring a lot more runs, and that's the first foremost. And then pitching-wise, it's just we've had some injuries, we needed a lot of contributions, and we're kind of getting that lined up a little bit.
Tell me about Cameron Cannon, the development of him. I mean, he has a sack fly today, doesn't have any hits, but just the fact that he seems to be kind of a guy that gets things going for you at the top of the lineup along with Cal before you get to those big guys in the middle.
Cam has had a great season. I mean, we're in the position we are, wins, losses, whatever. He's a big part of it. I mean, you could make an argument that he's been our MVP to this point in the season, and he's got a lot of talent. He's a 20th rounder out of high school, decided to come to college, and his mental maturity has probably improved more than anything else. And I think it really was displayed in that last at bat with that sac fly, where kept the game slow, got a hanging slider, I think, and instead of trying to do too much, drove it to right field. That fourth run was a big run.